All right, a lot of people have been mad at me online lately because they think I'm throwing away all the parts to this guitar and the other SL that's in this case still. That's ridiculous. I'm not throwing any of these parts away. I think the bodies will even end up decorating my walls or something like that. I'll figure out a use for most of this stuff. Maybe not the necks. I mean, these are pretty much ended. I might be able to salvage this one. I don't know. There's a pretty clean break there. I could glue it as a project, see what will happen, see if I could fix a neck. I've never fixed a neck before, so who knows? There's a truss rod sticking out. The body's pretty messed up. But I don't know, I feel like I could use a shop vac to suck some glue into those cracks and pinch it closed. I might be able to rescue this body and put a different neck on it. I've got a neck I've been sitting on for a while up here that I got from GFS. I'm wondering how it would fit in there. It doesn't look like the heel is really all that compatible with it. But you never know, I could fit it in there and make it ugly. Have a fun arrow headstock on this thing. This has got to play better than the Epiphone neck did. I mean, it can't play much worse, honestly. So yeah, I'm going to use some tools and harvest these parts right now for future use, and we'll look at this body with everything off of it. That tone pot just kind of decimated from the fall. If you remember the video, we found the knob with the rest of the pot sticking out of it. I think I've got that in the bag over here. That crack really goes through the whole body in the front there. I have a feeling this thing's just barely hanging on. Yeah, I could crack this off by hand right now if I wanted to. I want to get this neck off first. And look at that damage up in there, just all kinds of cracks throughout that neck joint. This thing really took a beating falling off the bridge without any protection. There's cracks all over the place. Dings and dents. I mean, that's a natural relic. Hashtag natural relic if I've ever seen one, right guys? So I'd like to see if I can save this body if I can. There's a pretty complex web of cracks going through the joint right here. So I need to suck that full of glue somehow and clamp it down. There's also a big crack here. Obviously, I need to suck that full of glue and clamp it. This crack goes through the whole body and it's pretty loose. I'm wondering if I should snap this and then clamp it together to get a more solid glue across that whole crack. Like if I can get a clean break out of this just by snapping it right now. I think I'm going to give it a shot. All right, let's see what happens. Oh, that was unnerving. I didn't like the way that felt at all. You can see why it cracked. There's barely any wood along this part of the guitar. It's just that strip right there. So I guess I gotta clean this up a little bit. And it's not a super clean break, but do I need to worry about doing the most perfect professional job putting this back together, or do I just want to go punk rock? I am not a guitar tech in any sort of way. I mean, I don't think anyone should expect a professional job out of this from me. I certainly don't expect it from me. I don't know, this might not go together that easy. I think as long as I can get enough glue in there and get the neck joint lined up nice and clean, I'll feel pretty good about this. But it feels like it's a little bit of a jigsaw puzzle. I should probably focus on getting this brake and this brake glued up before I get that put back on. This troubles me. That whole area right there. Or you know what, I'll put a bunch of glue right there. I'll put the wet dry here and suck it through. I've never done anything like this before. Well, the glue's kind of pulling through right there. I guess that means I should move the nozzle down through that crack and then clamp it and clean it up. I'm feeling decently alright about that. There's some glue coming through, which means there's probably enough in there to hold it together after I clamp it. I mean, totally honestly, I could turn this side without reconnecting that into a playable guitar. There's the bridge post there. I could mount pickups in here in some sort of creative way. I could play this. There's enough wood around the neck joint to hold a neck. See the clamp pushed glue out of the seams. Looks like a nice firm fit. Maybe what I should do is attach this side and it will hold that part down. Kind of a complex thing to glue both these sides right now. But you know what? Why the heck not? I'm not worried about perfection. Try to clean up some of this extra glue, especially in the neck pocket. No fun trying to sand out glue to make a neck fit. Maybe I'll get a wet paper towel. Alright guys, there you go. I think that's about as good as I'm going to get as far as gluing and clamping. Like I said, I'm not a guitar tech. I'm not even a woodworker. I'm just some guy who has a garage. Also wanted to point out additional damage to the headstock. We lost a back cover on one of these Grover mini tuners that Dylan donated to this guitar from Dylan Talks Tone, Dylan Pickups, etc. I don't know if I'm going to do the work to save the neck. There is a big ding in the side of the binding fret right there. I'm betting that fret is all out of whack now. Honestly, don't think it's worth the effort to save a neck that honestly was the weakest link in this guitar. It wasn't fun to play with, and I don't miss it. I'm really considering mounting this neck in here just to see what happens. I still have to salvage all the parts from the other SL, but those are all standard parts. Maybe I'll try to glue up this body too. The neck is supposed to be twisted. I don't think it's worth saving, but you know what, the tuners on these were awful. I'm not gonna salvage these tuners. This thing might just turn into like a wall hanger, some piece of art. Maybe I'll salvage the nut at some point, screws, you know, whatever. I'll figure something out. Also, I'll have to redowel those holes if I do use this because they are stripped out of here. They just pulled straight out of the body. All right, well, thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, dislike, leave me nasty and rude comments if you want to, and support us on Patreon. Later, guys.